Hello, my name is Andrew Dean. I am Asia Publisher and Head of Business Development and a founder of Wealth Briefing Asia.
Andrew, considering that Linfinity is the official blockchain partner, what is Wealth Briefing Asia's perspective on blockchain technology?
My view on blockchain technology, that it's very much here to stay. This is something which is not going to go away, and that virtually every sector really needs to begin to understand what blockchain can offer you.
Interesting. So what are some implications that you foresee blockchain technology having on the financial services sector?
I think that's a very interesting question. I think a lot depends on the regulators and how they perceive blockchain technology, but there's no doubts whatsoever that regulators are looking at blockchain and how they can incorporate it into financial services. Financial services has to learn to adapt to that as well. Yeah. And it's definitely in the future, without a doubt.
Thank you so much. Did you want to comment on the partnership between Wealth Briefing Asia and Linfinity?
Well, I think Linfinity is a very interesting prospect ahead of them. It's something we'd like to look to explore to see how we can work with some of our partners and how we can introduce them to Linfinity.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Andrew.
CEO CrossInvest.
Thank you, Mr. Rohit, for being here. Could you give us a brief description of what CrossInvest does?
Yes, CrossInvest is an independent asset manager. We have been operating in Singapore since 2005. We originate from Switzerland, and our parent company has been operating in Switzerland since 1985. We are a private wealth manager in the traditional sense. We offer diversification, multi-asset and multi-jurisdictional portfolios for our family of clients.
Wow, that sounds great. What are some of your thoughts on the blockchain technology?
Well, I describe CrossInvest as a traditional in the truest sense of the word. For me, I think blockchain is the new world. That's definitely something that we're moving into. It is an environment which will define the way we operate going forward, and it will introduce transparencies in the best way possible.
So going forward, what does the partnership between Linfinity and CrossInvest entail?
Well, first and foremost, for me, this partnership will actually educate an old man such as myself. I'm a beginner, and Linfinity, with the experts that defines Linfinity and the blockchain systems and methodologies that they're introducing, for me, it will be an amazing journey to learn as I go along. And also, I think in a private wealth space, something in blockchain will be an education for me, and then eventually it'll be an education for my clients, which I think is where the industry is headed in any case.
Previously, you spoke about the transparency that blockchain affords. Now, how important is this in the private wealth management industry?
It's extremely important. One of the key things that CrossInvest does is we are out there, we effectively say we're not only independent, we remove all conflicts, real or perceived. We're fully transparent in everything that we do with our clients and for our clients. Any fees that we charge our clients, we actually disclose it to them. It's not necessarily something that happens within the industry itself, and that's one of the areas where we differentiate ourselves. So I think blockchain will come in, and all it'll do is actually enhance that environment and will help a business like mine.
Excellent. Any closing thoughts that you'd like to share with us?
Blockchain's here to stay, unfortunately. It is something that is here, and like it or not, we will have to embrace it. And the first step in my journey of embracing it is this partnership with Linfinity.
Congratulations on this partnership, and thank you for your time again.
Thank you very much.
So my name is Jayaprakash Jagateesan. I'm the CEO of RHT Holdings. Today, I suppose I'll be representing both RHT Holdings as well as RHT Law Taylor Wessing.
Great. Yeah. Thank you for joining us today. So, first question up for you today. What does this partnership between RHT Law Taylor Wessing as well as RHT Holdings and Linfinity entail?
I suppose the combination of both RHT Law Taylor Wessing and RHT Holdings brings to the table legal compliance as well as professional services expertise, and this will help us tackle issues such as transparencies and inefficiencies within supply chain, and of course using blockchain technology to tackle those issues. Yeah.
Right. So what is the role that RHT Law Taylor Wessings and RHT Holdings will play within the clients of RHT?
I suppose the whole blockchain technology brings with it a new evolution of things, of the way we do business. And this is something that we would like to bring to our clients, covering various industries and sectors. And I think there are various issues that we would like to tackle, and perhaps we will start with a few pilot projects. And some of the things that we're looking at include initial coin offerings. And because part of that process involves blockchain technology, and this is something where we see a lot of synergy between what Linfinity brings to the table and what we can do together with Linfinity.
I'm Dr. Jenny Chan. I'm the founder of The Hourglass, but also Scientific Tradition, where my family legacy, my grandfather and father are Chinese sensei. We have Ban Chun Tong in Ipoh, where I was born, and he's about 105 years old now. I went to Australia and I did my master's in pharmacology. I'm from Ipoh. I came to Singapore and in 1971 and taught medical school. So that gave me the idea that I wanted to involve my family legacy, which is ancient cure with modern science. So in the world, no one has done that. And Lin Zi is the most powerful generic. Everyone believes Lin Zi is the best, especially the ones from Chiang Mai Shan, where they are called miracle mushrooms and they are meant for the emperors. So in 1991 to 1995, I was fortunate to work and to find the work of Professor Mizono. He's the godfather of Reishi, which is in Japan, Red Reishi. And Professor Chang has went to Japan and did work with the Lin Zi, the Chiang Mai Shan Lin Zi. Now that particular Lin Zi has DNA done by Temasek Life Science, and we are very special, and we grow our own Lin Zi now at the foothills of Chiang Mai Shan in Jilin. And I feel that it's very important when we are looking at organic, when you're looking at natural mushrooms, which is Lin Zi, that we understand the species, we can grow the species, and scientifically we worked with Professor Weiser, who's the guru of medicinal mushroom in the world, in Haifa University. And he did his work and realized that we have 74 bioactives, 15 out of 20 essential amino acids, plus everything else. So if you just take that alone every day, your cells are regenerated with it. More importantly, we also have beta-glucans, 131416, which is not natural, but is very good for enhancing your immune system. So the whole work of our scientific tradition is worked with phytopharmaceutical, whereby everything is like a drug, but a natural one. So we're the only one in the world that's done it. Yes. So I've been looking and tried working with retailers like Guardian, like Watsons, and I realized in the end, and especially today, when the market is so crowded with so many Lin Zi, so many generic Lin Zi, and that to sell in a shop and someone pick a product is very difficult. So at the end of the day, the partnership that is now with Linfinity is fantastic because they've got the latest technology, blockchain, to service customers. So whereby everyone would know exactly what they're buying, when they're buying, and what is in it. And at the same time, you get the whole generic sauce.
Do you know of any other businesses in your industry that have started using blockchain already?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we will be the first retailer and the first in scientific, a medical Lin Zi for a fact that is very generic, but at the same time, everyone wants to know what is so special and that they're actually taking the pure stuff and they can trace exactly that this is not a fake one. I think that is very important with brands. Number two, I think the fact that using blockchain, which is the latest technology, has an advantage because you are then able to follow through the whole transaction.
So this transparency that blockchain affords is very important to your industry.
I think in all industries, eventually, because at the end of the day, everyone wants to know they're buying the real thing and not the fake thing. So this is one authenticity method. The other one is, this is the latest logistics, the latest way of delivering to mass consumers who are more and more educated and who really wants to know rather than just buying what is being marketed and not understanding the value of what they have. It's not necessary in terms of dollars, but it's necessary in terms of what it can do for you yourself.
So what are some of the benefits that you foresee blockchain technology will have on consumers?
Well, for one, I think even now I'm exploring. I mean, I'm a dark retailer, opening like 40, 50 shops in about 20 cities. But you realize that to reach out mass consumer, you have to use blockchain technology. And this is something that you have to be involved in. I'm trying to learn more about it. And the more I learn, the more I realize that it's best. Now is the time to invest in it, invest in the relationship, to grow with this technology, which will be the future.
Do you have any final thoughts you want to share?
Well, I'm very excited. I've been looking and trying to understand blockchain, and now I've even got to understand how you mine it, and how you get your tokens, and how you then exchange your tokens, and how I can actually in time build my own, my own Bitgold or Bitcoin type. So it is interesting because there's a whole way of really getting to the market with this technology, with this special blockchain technology, a tremendous future. And I'm going to be in it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
我们有下次有合作啦，同 Infinity 嚟衝大呢個做大呢個物件。
I'm the CEO of Infinity Singapore.
Yes. So it's a big night, Andy. So how are you feeling about all these MOUs that you have signed?
Oh, I'm very excited, very, very keen to work with all these companies to commercialize and materialize some of these blockchain concepts that we have developed so far. And we really, really hope that it can benefit them as quickly as possible.
What are some of the upcoming plans that Infinity has in Singapore and the region?
Well, we really want to plan way ahead. Right now, we want to get in touch with a few other companies that are Singapore-based to try it out and also to go on a pilot trial with us for our blockchain project. So more MOUs are coming. At the same time, outside of Singapore, we have other engagements with a few other FMCG companies. We believe that we can do a lot better in the FMCG industry. We help them to track and authenticate some of the products, especially the high-value items. And that's going to be a very long process, frankly.
So what do you see the role of Infinity is within the blockchain or even commercial industry?
I think Infinity now is still young, but we have very good future plans. What we plan to do in the next few months is to, like I've mentioned, get the pilot trial going. So the role of Infinity for the next few months is to commercialize the current set of technology that we have. We want more companies to benefit from the technology. And what Infinity plan to do in the next 6 months, apart from getting more companies involved in our technology, we hope to start talking to stakeholders in the total supply chain to get more insights as to how we can better manage this whole industry using our blockchain technology. Because right now, many of these things are just white paper, concepts, but as time goes by, we will do a lot better by implementing them. So that is really going to come out very soon, very, very soon. So that is also the very reason why we signed the MOUs today. Some of these companies are services based and some of them are product based. But if you look at the whole ecosystem of supply chain, all this plays a very, very good part to make things work. Because for blockchain to work, it's not just technology. We need to input real data from service providers, from accounting firm, law firm, banks, so forth and so on. So we need all these companies to make the whole ecosystem a lot better.
RHT Law Taylor West.